Munch. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Some B-roll footage here of the OHV flat top area here. We got Vinny and Soon here in the pictures out for a ride with us today. I'm going to call it B-roll footage. As you can tell here, it looks like it was recorded in 270p. That's my fault. Should have helped him out.
Well, Perm, tell us what we're riding today.
Well, first off, you better put it in neutral when you stop, because while I was standing here, it just started taking off on its own in third gear, so
We love that.
highly recommend neutral. But today we're out here at Fox Canyon in the White River National Forest. We're on a connecting trail from our parking spot, and this breaks off into the flat tops, and you can disappear further than your gas tank will take you. Have a great time.
All right.
Like I was saying there in that video, you can go from basically right here north of I-70, just like a couple miles where we parked at the trailhead. You can basically run up from here all the way into Wyoming, keep going all the way to Canada without crossing any major towns. You know, you're going to cross the interstate a couple times, but you can keep going. So this is a pretty big wilderness area. Here at this point in the video, we had just went as far out as we could go today at a juncture of the road, and we're coming back. And you can see, even this is 2 days after opening, these snow drifts are still pretty big, pretty deep. And this is, I'm going to guess, like June 18th, something like that. So if the snow is that big, you know, middle of June, that gives you an idea like what's really back here in the middle of the winter during snowmobile season. But we had run out as far as we wanted to go today. Had the kid, Vinny's wife back at the cars. Didn't want to leave them too long, so we were turning around and heading back here. Like I said, you can look at the trails. I mean, they're really maintained. Nothing's really rutted out. Even the mud puddles, you know, here, there's so many rocks. There's no such thing as like southern sloppy mud puddles, really. You can go into most of them and know there's rocks underneath. It's not going to be, you know, hopefully not get you stuck. Now, there could be some jagged rocks sticking up in there that might hang you up, catch you by surprise. I mean, you can take a look here at this snow drift. It gives you an idea of how much snow is really back here in the middle of the winter. And Vinny here is riding a Honda Rancher 400, I believe. Fuel injected. It does pretty good. Used to run it up and down Aspen Mountain all the time before they outlawed OHVs in the entire Pickens County because of just Aspen. We've got some videos of us riding back there, but we'll see. We'll put them up in a later date. Like I said, you can no longer ride anywhere in Pickens County with an OHV vehicle, ATV, UTV, motorcycle. Because of Aspen, they just went ahead and outlawed it altogether. Pickens County is pretty big, so that kind of tells you what you're dealing with in that county. But we'll probably put those videos up here in a future date, show you what's back up there now. As I was saying earlier, I've got to work with him, get his cell phone right. He's got his, probably he's got the best cell phone out there you can get, and we're recording at 270p here, pretty rough. We're going to be out. He's going to be out here in another couple of weeks. We'll get some videos in. Make sure I set him up. Get this thing recording at some nice 1080p high frames. I really enjoy the high frames more than I do, say, 4K, or my phone records even at 8K. And as sharp details that is, the frames is where it's at. It's nice and smooth, steady. Looks great. Not as choppy or jerky looking. I think I mentioned it in the other video, the longer one we've got right here where we were at. We were really close, and I saw it on Google Maps. I try to download entire areas of Google Maps so they'll show up when we're out here in the middle of nowhere. And we did see that there was a cave nearby. And we decided not to check it out and keep going. I think you made a left somewhere back through here, and you could cut over to it. And after going back online and checking it out, it looks really, really cool spot. That you can walk in. They've got metal ladders put in for it, and you can climb up. I can't believe it's open to the public by the looks of it. Here we are, stuck in the trail, me trying to get through. Like I said, you can see four-wheelers dug in, and I'm just still sitting on top of the snow for the most part. Tells you how deep it is.
I think I need a winch.
We're gonna have to work on a weight loss program. A little too fat these days. No, this is the only time I got stuck in these snowbanks breaking trail. Benny was usually behind me. I was the first one through, but this one was deep, as you can see. I'm already, look at the rear tires. We're almost to the top.
All right,
Yeah.
we got ourselves a real doozy here, folks.
Buried pretty good is a understatement there. Now, I, for one, I don't know about everybody
What's
else.
your tire?
I had a winch on my Jeep. I never used it. Never used one on a
There it
four-wheeler
goes.
to now. And I just don't know how much weight these little cables can handle. Certainly don't want one cutting off and swinging back at me. So I was definitely scared, trying to play it safe. Pull it in a little, rev it up like this.
We got it.
Reel it back in, rev it up. I would definitely go switch out to a bungee Bubba rope style system on the next winch and skip the whole steel
Well,
cable,
folks,
because I just don't know what they can actually
Thank goodness
take.
somebody had a winch, because we would have just done screwed ourselves.
Yeah, that would have been a hard dig.
All right. What you think of that?
All right, workout.
Working it out.
Fat and out of shape. Oh, it's
That
pathetic.
Vision quad runner here, ripping it up here in the snowbanks. Back out here in Colorado, folks. Make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Good.
Here we are, way back up here on the tops. Killer spot. Out here on the point, you can see all around.
Now this view was looking back towards Rifle and Glenwood Springs when he was turned around the other direction.
Can't beat it, folks. Can't beat it.
There we go. Now we're panning towards I-70s right in there somewhere,
Right
a couple
here
of
in
miles from us.
Colorado, it's May. As you can see out on the far points, we still got snow, but we're up here on the flats. just behind Newcastle, Silt area. And it is quite glorious. Great weather, not too hot, not cold, but we're still moving.
Service here.
Yeah.
Riding back and forth through a waterfall that was at the campsite.
Is that awesome?
Having a good
So how
time.
you drive now?
Where'd you go through?
Oh, so now you drive. It's time to drive. Start with that.
How was that, Alice?
Look at her face.
He's just getting covered in mud.
Oh, Mom.
Having a good time. Let her wear the same blue jeans for about 3 days, so Mom was proud of us by the time we got home. Smelled good, looked good, was feeling good. Here, this is out just one of the open areas here by the trailhead where we had parked. Recording. As you can see out there on the ground, you see all those little bumps, those little tunnels. That's all the mice that live out here in the wintertime. And when the snow's that deep, it creates a little insulation layer between the ground and the actual snow level. And so they can dig up when it's all wet like that. They can dig these little burrow tunnels, and that's where they live during the wintertime. And you see the foxes jumping up and pouncing down on mice. This is where they're looking for them, in these little burrows, traveling under the snow. Helps aerate the soil. See all those wildflowers getting ready to bloom and sprout, and help spread some seeds. Keep it from being super hard, because if you walk in these tunnels, you can twist your ankle pretty quick, because it is just soft. Just another pretty day in Colorado.
All right, here we made it to the top. Found
here
some
we
old
are.
rancher's cattle pens.
We are right there with the trail sign. So this was the 12-mile connection just to get here to split off into different directions where you could go. Here we're going off to the left. And think about that. You know, you had to go 12 miles, I think. It was 12 miles. I'm probably totally wrong here, but it was pretty far. So you think just in your trail connection, you're looking at a 24-mile round trip just to get out here to these, you know, extensions to the rest of these trails that just go on. It seems like forever when you're out here. And here Alice had given Vinny some candy earlier and it fell out of his pocket. When I went through, I could see it, and I was about to go get it.
Two-wheel drive. That's how you do. Yeah, that's how we do. Yeah.
I claim no responsibility. But I was about to jump off and pick up the candy because it was one of those wax papers, so it was just sitting there shining, clean as could be, even though it was in, you know, cow poop covered water. And I was going to jump out and get his candy for him. And here we are again, back where we parked. I think at this point, this is when we found the ladies all passed out asleep in the hammocks, or trying to sleep in the hammocks. And you can see as he's looking around, there's a pretty big elk camp. Someone had put the tree there for a bench. Pretty nice, wide open area. Great spot to come stay for a week. I'm not sure exactly what he's looking at. There's an old tree. You see the van and the truck in the background there. Plenty of room to park. No worries about anything like that back here. Anybody ever has any questions on any of the stuff or would like to see something, leave a comment below. We're definitely going to be doing some overnight camping trips on these. Show you how we set them up, how we roll out, be prepared, and a way to stay in contact, how we, let the wives know where we're going, where we plan on being at the end of the day, or where we plan on meeting up with them at the end of the day if they're driving. We're definitely going to be doing some long trips in Moab, hopefully getting some 100-mile days. Let me show you how we do all that. What we take along with us to be prepared. Difference between up here where it could snow and cold and sunny at the same time versus Moab where, water, sunscreen, shade. Make sure you're taking care of your coolant system depending on what you ride is cooled, air cooled or actual radiator. I have a radiator on mine. I believe Vinny's is air cooled, maybe not. But leave any comments or something you'd like to see or check out here in the future videos. I've still got another 8 or 9 of these to put up. Plus, we're going to be traveling here the whole month of October here, just filming and riding. So we should have plenty more videos coming up for the winter time. Hopefully my editing and video skills get a little better here as we move along in each video, learn some new techniques and make it a little more entertaining for you to watch and hopefully learn something on these trips. But thanks for watching, everybody.